Yo, yo, yo.
What's up?
What's good, dude?
What's up? Happy Father's Day.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
For sure.
Yeah, man. This is what I'm doing for Father's Day, man. Is I wanted to just watch the World Cup all day in the AC, not doing shit,
I feel it.
and just chilling, man. How's your day?
Not too bad. Just gave the dogs a bath.
Including yourself?
Was gonna do that, but then time ran out, so I'll be doing that next after I jump off.
Wow, dude. I'm still kind of riding off the high from AAA last night, bro.
Bro, you know what sucks? Before we get into this whole thing, we're not gonna find out what happens next
Hmm.
until July 11th for the next live recording. At most, we'll probably end up getting like a tape recording,
Hmm.
maybe. But their next live show is not till July 11th.
Right. So like the next couple of weeks, so that means the next couple of weeks, so like the
Next 2 weeks.
27th and the 4th, it's pre-recorded.
Hmm.
But the good news is we're going to find out hopefully more information like a follow-up from Rey Mysterio's announcement because they did say next week we'll find out more, right?
Yeah, they did.
Okay.
Another backstage segment. It's all good.
But what did we say, bro? Those Rey Mysterio announcements are pretty good, man.
They have been, dude. I thought it had to do with Triple Mania. That's what I thought it was gonna do it with.
Yeah, no, it had to do with a lot, but we'll talk about that more. Um, but yeah, as soon as AAA ended last night, I texted you right away, one word, and I just said, "Wow,
Yeah, I didn't see
wow,
it.
bro."
I just called you because I was excited.
Yeah.
So it's funny because you thought of me. I thought of you. It was so sweet. Anyways, I called you right when you texted me, and
Hmm.
yeah, it was cool.
Yeah,
It was
I'm
a great
glad.
moment.
I'm glad I decided to watch it live. You
Yeah,
know,
it
because
was
I.
great. You have to watch the live shows live.
Hmm. Yeah, they're pre-recorded stuff. I might still see. Have they announced what's going to be on the card next week yet for the
Yeah, the
pre-recorded?
NXT Women's Championship.
Okay. Lola Vice versus. Oh, they did announce it, huh?
Yeah, I forgot
That's
who she's
right.
facing though.
Um, I have it right here. Actually, it is La Hiedra. Is she one of the Toxicas? Yeah, she is.
She is one of Los Toxicas.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I might tune in to watch that one, unless Lola Vice decides to spoil her match again beforehand. Then I don't know.
Well, I guess you'll have to wait and see this Tuesday if she shows up with the NXT Women's Championship.
Oh, god damn it. Ah, that's true. That's
Mm-hmm.
true. I did
Does
not
she?
even.
I
Yeah.
don't know because I don't watch NXT. So does she have a scheduled appearance or scheduled match coming up this Tuesday?
Not a match because this Tuesday is the go home show for their PLE this weekend.
Mm.
Lola Vice, she's scheduled to defend the NXT Championship at the Great American Bash versus Kendall Gray.
Oh, okay. So then, without looking it up, we probably know she's retained.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless I don't think they'll just get. Oh, La Hiedra is going to be defending at the Great American Bash.
Honestly, we probably would have been spoiled by now if there was a title change.
Yeah, something big like that makes the rounds. That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. That kind of sucks. I mean, it's cool that they're that's it's cool that they're doing that. NXT title being defended in AAA, but the timing of it just it's kind of like whatever. It sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah. But it's okay.
Yeah, it's true.
It's all right.
Did you see El Grande Americano walking in with the famous duck wearing the Mexico jersey?
Yeah, I thought you were gonna like that. I thought you were gonna appreciate that.
I
If
love
you were
that.
still clipping, you would have clipped that.
I would have definitely clipped that, man. Do you know the story behind that?
I don't because I don't watch
Yeah,
football.
it's just okay. So the World Cup is going on right now, right? and everyone's going crazy for it. And I believe there was a viral clip from Mexico, in Mexico City, from the opening game where it was Mexico versus who they play, South Africa. The fans were walking outside of the stadium, and there was a couple wearing Mexico jerseys, and I guess they own a pet duck, and they decided, hey, I'm going to put a jersey on our pet duck, and they're going to walk around with us. The duck is going to walk around with us. So everyone started recording the duck. It just went viral, and it was just like the funniest, most random thing ever. It's like, oh, even the duck is supporting Mexico, you know? So it was a big thing going around Mexico, and I thought it was perfect that typical babyface Grande Americano, you know, just there's nothing wrong this guy can do, man. It was just perfect.
I'm sure he's all in on all of Mexico, so I'm sure he's keeping up with everything that has to do with the World Cup and keeping up with the trends and just being the biggest baby face that AAA has to offer right now.
Yeah, man, he's doing amazing too, bro. He's killing it, bro. He's killing it. God, yeah, we'll talk about Grande Americano in a bit.
You want to talk about the matches?
Yeah, let's get into it, dog.
We had the tag team match started off with Mini Vikingo and El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. versus El Hijo del Vikingo and Omos. And dude, that finisher, bro, was insane. Mini Vikingo is doing such great things. I am loving every single match that he does. We talk so highly of him every single time.
Yeah.
But dude, the fact that he got the pin on El Hijo del Vikingo again, the current AAA Latin American champion, bro, that's 2 wins over El Hijo del Vikingo. What is next for Mini Vikingo? He needs a title shot.
Yeah, he definitely deserves a title shot now, especially not just being his second victory over Hijo del Vikingo, but the second time he pinned him was as a champion. And usually in pro wrestling, if you pin the champion, that usually sets you up for a title match.
That's true. That's true. It very well seems likely that we might be getting a title match opportunity. This time, though, there was no help, unlike last time, right? I believe it was El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. that came in, interfered, and went after El Hijo del Vikingo, which helped Mini Vikingo win. This time, Mini Vikingo did it on his own, obviously within the tag team match. So that was interesting. There was actually no outside help, which I thought Galeno was going to show up during the match. And we didn't see him till after the match.
Correct. Yeah, which works even better for Mini Vikingo because he can say, hey, I pinned Hijo del Vikingo clean with no help with my own finisher, 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring. Even, despite Omos getting, he was involved in the match and Mini Vikingo got tagged in, then Omos got tagged in, and I was like, oh, bro, it's bad. It's bad for Mini Vikingo, but nope. Mini Vikingo still managed to hit that crazy finisher, and I popped big, man. I was like, oh my God, they fucking did it. They fucking did it.
That finisher, I don't know what you call it. I need to find out what it's called in English and in Spanish, but that finisher is insane. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called, but Mini Vikingo's finisher, that was dope.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen it. I've seen that move done a few times before, but the way Mini Vikingo does it, he adds a little bit more of his own flavor to it. So it's a little bit more innovative, I guess the word is. But yeah, I've definitely seen it before. But as a finisher, yeah, that's pretty insane.
The fact that you have to have the right calculations every single time to pull that off, you know what I mean? Like it's not just carrying someone on top of you, throwing them off of you. It's not just jumping on someone. He literally has to leap towards them, perform the finisher within a finisher. It almost seems like it's 2 moves in one.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure, man. Hats off to Hijo del Vikingo as well, because in order for Mini Vikingo to do all of the shit that he was doing in the ring, Hijo del Vikingo was there for it. Like, they know each other so well. It was a really exciting match. And again, it didn't overstay its welcome again because the whole entire show is only an hour. This match was maybe like 10 minutes, but it was great, man. It was high flying. It was exciting, and Mini Vikingo got over. This was fucking dope.
Yeah, I was excited. Um, After the match, like I said, Galeno showed up going after Omos, and then did you see how he caught El Hijo del Vikingo from the apron when he jumped out of the ring?
I don't remember. I think by that point I was like, I was like, the match is done, and I was doing other things.
So El Hijo del Vikingo jumps out of the ring. So hold on, Galeno is facing Omos,
Hmm.
hits him one time, does like a spinning punch,
Hmm.
and then El Hijo del Vikingo comes jumping out. Galeno catches him, and then he flings him while they're outside the ring, and then that's when Omos is able to, take out Galeno. I think with the steel steps at that point.
Okay, got you.
Do you think because he's feuding with, I guess, El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. and Galeno,
Hmm.
do you think we could see the Wagner brothers team up and take on Omos? Could it be a 2 versus 1? Because I feel like they've been teasing that, right? They've been doing 2-on-1s, 3-on-1s.
Oh, yeah. I don't know about that because I feel like Hijo de Doctor, maybe a tag team match. A tag team match for sure. Um but a handicap match, I think that kind of makes the Wagner brothers look weak if they have to. I know Omos is really big and but I don't think he's that threatening. I don't think that they have presented Omos as that big of a threat. I mean, he's getting Mini Vikingo is running circles around Omos right now. I think El Hijo de Dr. Wagner Jr. can take Omos himself at this point.
I was just throwing it out there.
It's a
We keep seeing
possibility.
we
Yeah.
keep seeing the Wagner brothers together on screen, so I was wondering if they were going to pull the trigger and either have them in some sort of tag team match or something.
Yeah, for sure. We can definitely see that. I can't remember the last time I've seen a handicap match on TV.
We just had one last week.
We did?
You didn't watch it.
Yeah, who was it?
You didn't watch it. Yeah. We had 2 handicap matches last week.
Oh.
Omos ended up facing 3 others. I can't remember them off the top of my head.
Was
I
it a
believe Chris
squash
Carter.
match?
It was a match, but
Okay.
yeah, I guess it was a squash match.
Okay.
It wasn't quick, but it was a 3 versus 1 for Omos, and
Okay.
then Galeno had a 2 versus 1. So we had 2 handicap matches last week.
Oh, okay. So they did 2 handicap matches to put both of these guys over. Maybe they're just going to do a one-on-one Omos versus
Galeno,
what's his name? Yeah, I think that's what they're going to do.
probably.
Yeah.
When do you do it?
When do you do it? Probably one of these weeks? One of these like pre-taping shows, I think. Or maybe on when did you say the next one was? July 11th? July 11th, I think would be cool to see.
I think there's a PLE, or not a PLE, but a big event coming up soon. I don't remember the date off the top of my head, but
Okay.
I believe it's somewhere in July, if I'm not mistaken.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if a match like that is requires like a bigger stage than a regular Saturday AAA taping. I think it'll do good for a regular Saturday AAA show. That's about it though.
I think it's gonna happen July 25th at the I might butcher this. Verano de Escan Escan Escandalo
Escándalo?
Escandallo
Escándalo, I think. No?
Escandalo. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, probably. That seems a little bit too far out though. That's an entire month.
Nah, they drag things out, bro. They're still dragging out the whole what is it? Psycho Clown and Pagano. You know what I mean? We haven't seen any updates with them in like 3 weeks.
Yeah, didn't we just no, they kind of showed a little bit of it last night where Psycho Clown's like, "Oh, I have to ask Pagano some questions or something like that." No.
Yeah, but we haven't seen them come out and like say anything, you know?
Shout out to GBG says Soto619 was right. It ended up being Rey Mysterio, Rey General Manager of AAA. That is correct. But then again, Soto619 loves Rey Mysterio, so of course he was going to pick Rey.
That's you have to. You have to. Or I had to. I have to.
Happy Father's Day to everyone except Rey Mysterio.
You
He's a terrible father.
as soon as I sent you that meme, I knew you were gonna like it, and then I saw that you shared it all over the place. I'm like, yeah, this meme was made for Edgar.
I mean, it's just facts.
The next match, it was a triple threat match. We saw Rey Fenix versus Lince Dorado versus Laredo Kid for the
Yeah.
Cruiserweight Championship.
Yeah, pretty straightforward. I mean, it was a pretty good match. I like the new attitude that who was it? Laredo Kid is showing. You know, he's really, I think he's doing a good job as a heel. And we talked about this before. He's more interesting now. But this was Rey Fenix' second title defense, so he went over. He won the triple threat match. He retained. He's still the Cruiserweight Championship. But now the match was good. But now the big question is, he already defeated Laredo Kid on his rematch. He defeated Lince Dorado. Who is next? That's the big question now.
I think he continues to have like an open challenge type thing, like on SmackDown and AAA. Or you make it fair for Lince Dorado since he had a number one contenders match and somehow it got pushed into a triple threat match. Maybe they run it back and do a one-on-one.
Yeah, we haven't seen that, right? I don't think we've seen Lince Dorado get a... Yeah, that would be cool, but then I think this kind of just feels like plans changed because of the injury from Octagon Jr.
I think so too. I think so.
I don't think they're gonna run it back 1-on-1 versus Lince Dorado because it doesn't feel like he was actually supposed to win it in the first place.
I could see him run it back one more time just on a one-on-one match, but then out of spite have Laredo Kid come and interfere or do something. You know what I mean? Because I don't think his feud with Rey Fenix and Laredo Kid are over. I don't think it's done.
No,
They had really good matches, but I don't think it's over.
Yeah. Speaking of Octagon Jr., it's been radio silent when it comes to any updates regarding him. Have you heard anything or seen anything about that?
He posted on his story like a week or two ago that he was, I believe he went into surgery or he was at the doctor's office, something like that.
Jesus.
But from what I've seen, he seems okay. Seems like he's healing up, but I don't know how long.
GBG says, shout out to Snug and Soto619. Thanks, bro. Much love, guys. Appreciate that.
Hey, another thing too. I believe besides Father's Day, it's also Mecha Wolf's birthday today.
Shout out to Mecha Wolf, friend of the show. Happy birthday, Mecha Wolf. Cool guy. There you go.
Yeah. Well, we didn't really talk about the triple threat match, but not too. Yeah, we did. Not too much though.
Yeah, I mean, it was a lucha style triple threat is what we all hope for, and then some. You know, you can't really go wrong when you watch these things. You kind of know what you're gonna get, right?
Yeah, I feel like Lince almost had a shot when he was about to jump on Rey Fenix up until Laredo Kid pushed him off, and then he ended up landing on the edge of the announce table. Yeah.
I did like the entire match for a triple threat match. I know like it's kind of difficult because there's more people involved, but I felt like the match overall was really smooth. The way that they went about it, I think it rolled pretty well. Like I guess like the flow of the match was really the pacing of it was impressive, very crisp. You know,
that's interesting to say because you don't like triple threat matches.
No, but every now and then it's cool. Every now and then they're fun to see, especially if it's Rey Fenix. You know, I love Rey Fenix, so I enjoy his matches for the most part. We have a question, or more like a comment. It says they keep putting off him and Penta being back together. Oh, they keep putting off him and Penta being back together.
Well, they announced that they'd be back together in Triple Mania.
Yeah, I think it's coming. I think in September they're going to be finally joining forces, but it's going to be at a AAA show. It's not necessarily WWE. I mean, I guess it is. But yes, in September, hopefully we get the Lucha Bros together. That'd be cool.
Hopefully, we get it in Mexico City over Vegas.
That's true. I'm pretty sure it has to be, bro. It has to
It
be.
has to be. Yeah,
Yeah.
the pop is going to be way bigger.
Yeah. The crowd is going to be bigger. It's Mexico City. It's a Mexican company, so yeah, it makes sense for them to do it in Mexico City for sure.
Well, before we get to the ending of the show, you briefly brought up Rey Mysterio had an announcement. He talked about a couple things.
Yeah.
He said that we're getting someone that we've never seen in AAA before, a former WWE champion. Who do you think it could be?
Well, that's not all he said. Before we get into that, he had three different announcements. Rey Mysterio said that there's negotiations with NXT, Raw, and SmackDown for more AAA titles to be defended on WWE programs. That was the first thing that he said. The second thing was the Women's NXT Championship is going to be defended in Mexico for the very, very first time, which is going to be next week, Lolo Vice versus La Hiedra. And then the third announcement was a former WWE World Heavyweight Champion is set to wrestle in AAA for the very, very first time. That could be anybody. I mean, it's kind of hard to predict. But if you had to pick, Soto, who do you think it would be?
I asked you first.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Maybe give a top three.
Somebody said, who did they say? They said Damian Priest. Damian
see
Priest.
that.
I think that makes sense.
Especially with Lola Vice being there. I can see that.
Yeah. Former I haven't even thought about this really, to be honest.
Me either. That's why I'm putting you on the spot.
Well, fuck, man.
That makes the most sense, actually. That really does make the most sense.
Why do you think that is?
No, well, because, like I said, Lola Vice is there. He speaks Spanish. He's a former World Heavyweight Champion. I mean, I don't think it's going to be Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre. Well, Drew McIntyre is a former
World Heavyweight Champion.
Okay.
He won it, remember? For a second.
Okay, yeah. I'm looking up some names to see if I can get like some better ideas. You don't think it could be Alberto del Rio?
They said they've never competed in AAA, so definitely not. Definitely not.
Can you imagine if Gunther showed up?
Gunther?
Yeah.
Gunther wouldn't show up.
No?
But you know what? I hear that Ludwig Kaiser has really close ties to AAA. So, I mean, it's not impossible that Gunther could show up.
Yeah,
but it's not likely. It's not likely.
Yeah. Some other names that are popping up are Seth Rollins.
Oh, real quick before we move on. Could you imagine just to make him more of a heel? Could you imagine someone retiring within AAA that's so big and Gunther's the one to come over and retire that person?
Yeah, I can. Yeah. I mean, they haven't even touched on that in a long time. The WWE, it feels like completely forgot about that whole gimmick. The legend ender for the sake of using better TikTok language, you know?
Yeah. I got you.
Seth Rollins, CM Punk, Randy Orton. Hold on, let me do one more search because I feel like there's so many. This is so broad. There's so many former champions that it literally can be anybody. You know,
Damian Priest makes the most sense. I think if it were to come down to it, he's probably going to be the one that shows up.
But is that someone you would like to see show up?
I'm not against it. No, but I think he needs more of a push.
Oh, you know who else would be really good? Finn Balor.
Finn Balor already wrestled. He was
Oh,
in
he
a tag
did?
team match against Mr. Iguana.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. So we saw, was it Demonito,
Yeah,
the
that's
puppet?
true. Ah,
Yeah.
don't remind me.
Been there, done that.
That's true.
Sheamus?
Yeah, somebody in the comments also said Sheamus. What up, Kid Yeet? Says hello.
Sheamus? Hi, Kid
Yeah,
Yeet.
man. Well, the good thing is we don't have to wait a whole long to find out a little bit more information. Maybe we'll get some clues. If we don't get a definitive answer next week, I hope we get some type of idea.
Former world champion. The only person I could think of that has never wrestled there is The Undertaker.
Oh, come on, bro. Motherfucker's like 80 years old, bro.
Hey, you're over here inserting Rey Mysterio into matches. Why can't I
He's inserting himself into matches.
Why can't I insert the Booker?
He's the one that went up to Penta and was like, "Hey, bro, let me get a shot at that Intercontinental Championship, bro." Motherfucker. Corrupt ass there. But yeah, another exciting announcement by Rey Mysterio, dude. I can't wait to see who it's gonna be. Hopefully it's someone good.
Damian Priest makes the most sense. I'm gonna stick with that one. That was a good one.
Okay, fair enough.
That was a good one. Yeah. I can't think of anybody else.
Me neither, dude. Me neither.
Yeah. Anyways, the closing with El Grande Americano walking out with the duck, doing the thing, having what was it, a victory speech? I guess he was thanking every single person who came out and helped him and supported him, all the way from the people of Mexico, his girlfriend, Pimpinela, Ojitos,
And the fans.
yeah, that's what I said.
Okay. Yeah. It was an entire like homecoming. It felt like we haven't seen this guy since Mask versus Mask a few weeks ago, and he gets the big hero welcome, man, and he milks it, dude. He's like going around saying hi to everyone around the ring, and people are literally going crazy for him. And then he cuts the promo, man, and it's just so passionate, and it's like so heroic. This guy is, man. The way that he speaks, and his Spanish is just perfect. You know, the people are eating up everything he says, and it's really believable. And it's just what a fucking hero this guy is, dude. It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
And he asked, after he thanks everyone, he asked the big question: what is next? Dominic Mysterio. Well, the people start chanting Dominic Mysterio ahead of time. Dominic Mysterio. And it's like, yes, here we go. This is what we've been wanting to see for a long time, right? And yeah, he's like, I want more. I won the mask. I won Rey de Reyes, but I want more. I want the biggest prize in AAA. I want the AAA Mega Championship. Dope. And then some white girl comes out of nowhere. And at first I thought it was Liv Morgan.
Me too. Me too, bro.
I was like, oh, we're going to get a face-to-face between Dom and Grande Americano. Liv Morgan's going to come out, distract Grande Americano. Dominic Mysterio is going to run up on Grande Americano from behind. That's what I was thinking, right?
I thought something was going to happen within the Judgment Day to El Grande Americano.
But no, dude. It was Bronco Nima from Out the Mud from NXT. The most randomest fucking guy ever showed up behind the Grande Americano and attacked him, which makes sense because Bronco Nima, he is Mexican. He speaks Spanish. So that's cool. I'm like, okay, they're going to use him for something else, something different, something new. Hopefully they still use him on NXT because they have a good tag team out there without the mud. But it ended up being something completely different. Now, I'm going to let you take it over from here because it seems like you're more familiar with this faction and what we saw at the closing of AAA last night.
Well, there was a couple of things. We saw Daga come in, who has been in AAA for quite some time. He was also not necessarily an original member from Perros del Mal, but he was part of it and one of the last members that was around the time of Pero Aguayo. And real quick, I just want to say rest in peace, El Hijo de Pero Aguayo Jr. Without him, this whole faction would have never existed. He was the founder, the leader of this of Los Perros del Mal, and I think it's cool that they're going to bring it back because he's been, he passed away 11 years ago, and the fact that they get to bring up his history, his legacy, people get to learn about him now. I think that's really cool, especially with the WWE audience.
Yeah. And what was the connection with the other people? Because you had the Garzas who were added on there. Um, Carmen Petrovich, I believe her name is, and Bronco Nima. And you already explained Draga, but what about the other? How do you think they fit into this whole thing?
Well, one of the original members was Hector Garza, which is the uncle of Los Garza, both Berto and Angel. So I thought that was really cool. I don't know if you've noticed the claw marks that they've had
Hmm.
tattooed on them for years. Um, so I think that aligns very well that they get to be a part of this faction. There's some family legacy in there, which is kind of cool.
Yeah.
So I think that was a perfect fit. I honestly don't know how Bronco and Carmen fit into this.
Hmm.
Um, I'm excited to find out. You know what I mean? Not everybody has to have a complete story, but
Right.
um, I think it's cool that at least Los Garza are in it, and Daga's in there. But is Daga the leader, or is it somebody else? Could it maybe be Dom?
Yeah. That's what I was thinking too, because I'm like, the timing of this, it's Grande Americano calls out Dominic Mysterio, and then they show up to attack Grande Americano right when this, I guess, the buildup for Triple Mania begins. It seems it's very suspicious for sure, but then we kind of talked about it a little bit. You brought up a good question. You were like, well, does that mean he's going to lead two factions? Dom is going to lead two factions, you know?
Are we even gonna still have the Judgment Day? You know what I mean? Like, is it still gonna be around by September?
I mean, it's been around for like 5 years. I don't see them ending in September this soon.
Well, I mean, we're not. I guess it's not unusual that we see two different kind of stories going on. We clearly saw El Grande Americano in the original heel face, and vice versa, living two different universes in
Yeah,
one. So Dom can go have his own universe on Raw with the Judgment Day, and have his other universe in AAA. You know what I mean?
I
So
can see that. Yeah.
it hasn't. We haven't already not seen it, I guess.
And that would be cool too, because if that's the case, then we can see Los Perros del Mal on main roster TV at some point.
Well, the fact that 4 out of the 5 members right now are all WWE talent, I mean, we're definitely going to see them.
Which is dope, man, because yeah, as soon as, they all four of these people, four, five, four, I think. Yeah. They took off their hoodies, they had the Perros del Mal shirts. The entire place blew up. Like the fans popped big for that. It was such a big deal for them. So yeah, I thought that was really cool. Like a lot of people still remember that shit.
Yeah, man. I felt it. You know what I mean? I felt it because, like I said, Pero Aguayo passed away 11 years ago in 2015. A former Rey de Reyes winner in like 2012,
Yeah.
and passed away right here across the border in Tijuana
Oh wow.
with a match against Rey Mysterio. It was a whole freak accident, and it sucks.
Hmm.
But yeah, I guess I was definitely a little emotional because I think it's really cool that his history gets to live on, and I'm sure it makes Ray proud too. You know what I mean? Like he was
Yeah.
there, he got to hear the reaction, and
Hmm.
I feel like Ray likes to honor his friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a big deal because even his dad was a big deal in AAA for many many years. So yeah, man, that was a crazy crazy ending for AAA last night for sure, man. But yeah, we're on the road to Triple Mania now. It's starting to feel like. Hopefully, we see more of Los Perros and Mal next week as well.
I don't know. I mean, it's possible, but I feel like we might just get some promo segments, maybe. Um, or they might just have us wait till July 11th.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, I can't wait, dude. I'm pumped for AAA like always. But yeah, that was good. I'm glad I watched this shit live.
Like I said, you have to watch the shows that are live when they're live.
Mm-hmm.
About every 3 weeks, those are the live shows,
Mm-hmm.
and then 2 weeks after are just tapings from that live show, which is still great. Still great content. Love AAA
Mm-hmm.
overall, but yeah, every 3 weeks the show is just that much of a banger.
Just every 3 weeks.
Well, it
Yeah.
goes banger, and then it goes like B show, and then it goes like C show, and that's okay
Yeah. You can't have bangers every fucking week back to back, right?
for sure.
You gotta have some in between there every now and then.
That's all right. Yeah, it makes sense though. It lines up because they have their July 11th show. Oh, it looks like their July 11th show will probably pre-record for just 2 weeks, the 11th and the 18th, right
Ah,
before their PLE on the 25th,
nice. Well, there you go.
for sure.
Yeah.
Anything else on AAA?
Um, nah, man, that shit was dope. If you haven't watched it, go watch that shit. And it's only an hour. It's free on YouTube. I was telling my buddies about that. My other co-hosts too that don't really watch it. I'm like, you guys should be watching this. It's free, motherfuckers. Like, go watch
I
that
mean,
shit.
I don't really watch NXT, and I can, but I don't. So I get it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah, if
but
it's only
AAA
1 hour.
but AAA is only 1 hour and it's completely different, dude. And plus, you see like a lot of people from the main roster show up on there every now and then, which is nice.
Yeah, same thing with NXT.
But it's just different though, bro. AAA is just different. The atmosphere, the energy, it just feels like a completely different world. And NXT doesn't really feel like that.
Do you feel like we're into it a lot more because we're Latino?
Mm, no, I mean, damn, that's a good question. Fuck.
I mean, I honestly think that is though. Like we are covering this in English to get more people into this of
Mhm.
people who speak English, right? We want more people to enjoy what we enjoy, but I think it's because we can understand the Spanish. We don't have to rely on the English, and I just think it makes it that much better for us because it's both best of both worlds.
Well, one of the things that a lot of people tell me after I talk to them about AAA, they're like, "Oh, well, I'm not gonna understand the announcers." I'm like, they have it in English with English announcers on YouTube. You're not. It's not like you're not gonna understand what's happening or what they're saying. You will.
With your favorite guy on commentary, Rey Mysterio, translating it in English.
No, well, maybe that's why they don't watch it. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, dude. Other than that, that's pretty much it, man. That's what happened in AAA this week. Fucking great stuff here, Soto.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. I can't wait for next week and the week after that and July 11th. And we're on the road. I don't know when the road starts because we're still kind of getting used to this road, but we're definitely on the road to Triple Mania.
I think it's safe to say it started last night. That's what I'm going to tell myself.
You think it started last night or you think it started at Mass versus Mass match?
I'm going to
Would
say
that
last
be
night.
would that be like the Royal Rumble or do you think Rey de Reyes would have been the Royal Rumble? I don't know.
Um,
What's equivalent? I feel like the Mask versus Mass match.
all of that, the Rey de Reyes, all of that led to Noches de Grandes. And I think now officially we're on the road to Triple Mania now.
We need to double check and make sure because I want to have that definitive spot. You know what I mean? Like we
Yeah.
know once Royal Rumble's here, we're on the road to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
What is the PLE pay-per-view special event? What is it that we're on the road to Triple Mania?
Yeah. That's
If
a
if
good
you guys
question.
know in the comments, if anybody can post about it, let us know. I would love to find out.
They're going to be like, you should be telling us. You guys are the ones that watch it. The fuck?
Hey, I don't know everything.
Yeah. Well, yeah, bro. Well, yeah. Thanks again, dog, for inviting me. Talking AAA again. That shit was dope. Appreciate it.
Absolutely, dude. Thanks for
Mhm.
coming through. I'm Soto619. Make sure to follow Edgar from Snug Wrestling. Happy Father's Day to everyone out there and you, Snug.
Thanks, dog. Thanks to everyone
Thanks,
that was
dude.
on the comments, that shared it and liked it and commented and all that good stuff. And check us out on Apple and Spotify. Leave a star rating and review. and let us know what you guys think. Thanks. Peace.
See ya.